Oh boy, what are we doing? Dan, you want to give the intro to today's vlog?
So, Garza wanted to pull the diff out so he can do some diff bushings. I told him to take the subframe out. He said no. So guess what we did? We took the subframe out. Makes everything way easier. Dude, and it's too late now.
It's straight up 4 bolts. You literally just disconnect your brake calipers and it is 4 bolts. Well, I mean a little bit more than 4 bolts, but dude, look at this thing. It made it.
I thought you did that on purpose.
Nah, I made the drop. Yeah, 4 bolts and this thing is out. Crazy. Now I can work on outside the car. Dog, can I get a little bit of help here? I need you to rear steer my shenanigan right now.
Alright.
We out here, it's 420, we rolling, literally.
Turn it, turn it.
Shout out to Harbor Freight, wheel dollies. Oh. So the goal is, I got new tie rods, so we're gonna replace those blue Megan tie rods. And then I got upper control arm bushings. We're gonna check the ball joint, we're gonna see if it's still good. If not, we're gonna replace that. Then I got the knuckle bushing, which goes to the lower control arm. Then I got this new, I think it's called a tension rod, new tension rod. I got both diff bushings, front diff bushings, and the ones in the back, which I just noticed are absolutely trashed, completely broken. What else? Yeah, so maybe the subframe bushings and brand new lower control arms. It's gonna be brand new rear end, basically. I pulled this control arm out. It came out pretty easily, but I found out, first of all, the bolt was loose. Second of all, I couldn't get it off because the ball joint kept spinning. So these things are trashed. I gotta put a new ball joint in it, have no choice. My buddy had a shop with a 20-ton press and I went over to use it and I was like, hey man, I got a lot of bushings. He's like, well, you can come over whenever. I was like, well, I don't want to be in your grill all the time because I mean, I got a lot of bushings, you know? I got tails full of bushings. So I just went over to Harbor Freight. It was only 120 bucks to get this 12-ton H-frame shop press. Came with these plates, it came with everything. So I'm just sitting here pressing away. I'm not an expert bushing remover, so it's not done perfect. Like don't even ask what happened there. It's pouring outside and this shop press isn't helping, so I'm just here with a chisel and a hammer, hammering out these, sawzalling out. This is the upper control arm, coilover bushing. I don't even know, this is messed up. Oh, here's the sleeve for it. Diff bushing, dude, look at that. I don't know what to do with this one, but lots going on in here. It's pouring rain outside. I got parts everywhere and I need to finish my car. Got another piece of the puzzle that came in today. I got me some Megan subframe collars and some brand new stock rear upper control arm ball joints. The reason why I chose these Megan rear subframe collars is because they're a lot cheaper than, you know, the solid bushings. I know Figs makes some bushings. I was talking to him about it, and also Serial 9 makes some really nice ones. But you know, my budget's kind of limiting me from getting all the stuff after I bought all the other stuff. So these subframe collars should work pretty well. They're like 80 bucks and they're just slip-ons, and I think they're gonna get the job done until I can buy some more baller ones, or you know, maybe I'll like them and I'll just keep them on. Anyways, they look really nice quality. Really nice quality. They actually looked worse on the website. I got the subframe here. I got these rear diff bushings. I looked at a video on YouTube, but it shouldn't be too hard. Safe to say this bushing was shot. Oh, there you go. Subframe bushings out. It took longer than I expected. It took about 20 minutes on this side and about half an hour on this side, just hitting it with the chisel or whatever you want to call it, punch. Got that out. I got it degreasing right now. I got my cleaner over here, cleaning stuff, cleaning the diff. I'm about to go get under the car, clean everything, so we can put everything back together. Hopefully we get it in by the end of the weekend. Got all the old bushings right here. Got all the new bushings right here. Got all the new control arms I'm gonna put on. I'm using the same, what do they call these, traction bars, traction arms. Using the same ones for those. Everything else is gonna be new. The subframe's all clean, differential. I got all the old parts over here. I'm not gonna use these. I'll reuse the axles. I pressed the bushings out of the coils. Gonna reuse coils. Pressed everything out of the upper control arm, so the rear. Got new ball joints for those, and then the subframe collars, stiffen my subframe up a little bit. Not gonna use those. I'm not gonna use the toe arms. Clean up the bolts, and then that's it. Put it all together. Finally got these diff bushings out. I hit it myself with a hammer like 10 times. It wasn't easy, but I had no other way to do it. This is the only way. So we just finished one of these control arms here. I put new bushings in and a new ball joint. You know that you need to replace your ball joint when you can move it back and forth like this. See these new ones? These new ones don't move at all. You gotta press it really hard to make it move, and it should stay like that. These are polyurethane with adjustable camber. Super easy install. You just push them in. They give you grease, so you can put grease on them, because these things need to be greased or else they're gonna wear prematurely. Kind of sketchy how they just press right in there. Since these are camber adjusting, you either put it all the way this way or all the way this way. You put this on the outside, that's going to give you more positive camber. If you put this on the inside, it's going to give you more negative camber. So I need positive camber, so I'm just going to take it, point it this way, shove it through. So he said this should give me an extra degree of positive camber. So we'll see about that. I bought this new press and I'm barely using it because you can't fit anything in there, like anything abnormal. You can barely fit a control arm in there. I couldn't fit this in there, so luckily I had my shenanigan thing that I built, and that's working pretty good, so I got this one out. But still, you know, it's like, man, my life's gonna be easier with a press. No, not really. I got this bushing right here that I just pressed out, and I got these new ones. Look at these. These look a lot better, huh? A lot better. Sliding in like butter. And everything's in place, everything's ready. Everything's nice and clean. I even wire wheeled the bolts. So we're not using those control arms, we're just using those for the bolt placement. Everything's on the ground ready to roll, so I'm just gonna do a little time lapse of me putting all this together. Let's do this. Well, that was not easy to do by yourself. Okay, it's the next morning. I got a few more things torqued. I got the axle nuts for bolts on. Everything's looking good, so I'm about to throw it on these jacks and tow it over there. So we're making good progress, and it started raining, like pouring. Luckily we got it in the air, and we started getting these bolts in. Had to hang everything up, put that back. We almost got the bolts for the collars in, and then after that, put the coilovers in, and then we can start making our adjustments to the suspension. Well, would you look at that? That's not 0, that's like +2. But I'll take it. I'll take it. Super positive, but I was afraid I wasn't gonna get 0. Well, she's gonna get to 0. Everything's bolted in now. It's got to torque it all. It's looking good. Everything's looking really straight. All the bolts went in super easy. Love it. Yeah, we put the level on it, and it's close to +3 degrees. That's a lot of positive degrees. Yeah, this side's only +2, but so I guess we're just gotta adjust that. I'm gonna put it on the ground first to see how much camber it goes negative, and then we'll go from there. So it was a big moment for me because, you know, I broke it 5 months ago, and she's never been on all 4 wheels since. So it's pretty cool. I'm just kind of winging the alignment, just trying to get everything straight, get the camber arms adjusted, because these camber arms are weird. You know, like the Megan ones where you can do like all of your adjustments while they're on the car. You actually have to take that bolt out, drop the inside of the control arm down, and then adjust it. Not only is it stronger, it is safer. So it's kind of a pain in the ass, but I figured out how to do it in like less than 5 minutes, so it's pretty simple. Gotta put the exhaust on. I'm charging the battery because yeah, she's dead. Man, this feels never ending. So I made these wood toe plates, and I thought they're working pretty good, and then I looked at them. Don't they look a little warped? Anyways, I gotta redesign my idea instead of this plywood bullshit. I mean, it looks okay. I'm gonna take it for a drive. I'm just looking for 0 camber, 0 toe in the rear, and it's like -6 up front, and then I'm gonna do like a 1/8" toe in. We're going for a ride. First drive, I can tell she's very stiff.
Ice cream man.
Oh shit, there's a cop in there.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Ghost. Worst place that cop could have been right now.
I know, dude. I'm seeing if he changes lanes, I'm gone. Hit the 2-step, 2,500 RPM. Fortniting.
For sure. There was a cop.
Why are you so loud? She drives really good. She's really stiff, but I guess that's good for drifting. So we're gonna leave it stiff. I got kind of fenders on there. Got the stock front bumper. So now we just gotta fine tune it. I know I keep talking about the alignment, but it's just, I don't feel like it's right yet. So I need to keep messing with that. She's gonna rip. I have a good feeling about that. We're gonna wrap this vlog up here, but I'm glad everything's done. We had a good time doing it, and my car is finally back on the road. I got a drift event at the end of the month, so we're really gonna put this thing to the test. I wanted to thank everybody for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, Slightly Modified. guys want to hit me up on Instagram, it's IS300 Garza if you have any questions. That's it, guys. See you on the next one. I got a surprise for you guys. I'm actually working on it right now, but I'm not going to tell you, so it's a secret.